let's call on the second book reviewer, and can have all the emojis coming up for our second reviewer, who is also going to be sharing insights on what they have learned from the book. And let's call on Mrs. Dayo Yusuf, who will be reviewing Pathways to Fertility. Thank you so much, Ma. You have the floor.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Dayo Yusuf, and I'll be talking about Pathways to Fertility, a book written by Ms. Deola Olunloyo. Basically, this book is a comprehensive guide that explores the diverse options available for individuals and couples seeking to achieve their fertility dreams. It is written from a point of view of empathy and also sharing life experience. Ms. Olunloyo has already given us a preview into her own experience in IVF treatments and fertility in general. So this book just talks about the pathway to fertility, talks about all the methods available, and the take-home point from this book in all generally is like when you are thinking of your fertility dream, you have to have an open mind, because these are there are different ways to get to where you're going. So it starts by talking about the natural method, which is just the way God intended it and the way that we have known for years. And the key point about this is you have to understand your body. You have to know how the biology of fertility works, biology of reproduction. Aside from understanding it from secondary school biology, you also have to kind of extrapolate it to yourself and really know how your body works as a man or as a woman. Then it goes on to talk about fertility treatments and medications when we need intervention, ovulation induction, and simple things like timely ovulation and timely use of the medication to actually achieve what you are trying to achieve and to increase your chance of conception. Then the third path is assisted conception, which basically is but not limited to IVF and IVF techniques. And the way to think about this is just when you need assistance, you need assistance. If you have a broken leg, you have to go to the hospital and get it POP'd and to get it healed. So basically, that's how to think of assisted conception. When you have issues, and basically assisted conception looks at blocked tubes and where the man's sperm is, when the man has low sperm count. And this is what the book actually brings to form, why fertility, why ART is necessary, when it is necessary, and also it talks about the emotional cost of ART, the financial cost and investment of ART, and what to expect from ART. Then it goes on to talk about the fourth pathway, which is surgical options. In cases where there is need to take something out, or there's need to repair something, probably you have to take out fibroids, you have to do surgeries, you have to also enhance any of the organs one way or the other, and that is also an intervention, and that is a pathway as well. Then the fifth way is the alternative and holistic therapies, which just talks about natural remedies, talks about things like acupuncture, talks about your emotional well-being, talks about yoga, and for people that just need a little bit of soft touch. That's the way I looked at that, like you need some soft touch. And all these things, they really help, because we should also always remember that pregnancy abides with a healthy body. So all these things are also a pathway, and there are therapies that can be used. The sixth one is talking about fertility preservation. This is where the book takes us into things like how we can actually preserve the fertility. Very important for the women that are still young, but maybe the partner is not here yet, and you can actually freeze your eggs. And those eggs remain at that stage, till they are thawed out and then used for assisted conception techniques later. And also for women that maybe have cancer and have to go through some cancer treatment, or men that have cancer and have to go through cancer treatment, and they can actually freeze their gametes, their sperms or the eggs, so that it doesn't get damaged during the course of the treatment when they are better and they want to have children. Then they can call up these gametes and use for fertilization using assisted conception techniques. The seventh way that the book talked about is adoption and fostering. It talks about being a parent through adoption or fostering some children. There are alternatives that at the end of the day, they help you to achieve what you want to achieve. They help you to achieve your dream of fertility. And also, this book emphasizes that the child, whichever way that he has come from, is a product of love. And that cannot be overemphasized. And another thing it talks about is when you have to go the third-party route, either using donated gametes or using surrogacy. And all these are all things that have been discussed in details in the book. So in conclusion, in my own opinion, this book is not just a resource, but is a beacon of hope for anyone navigating the complexities, because it helps you to realize that it's never a dead end, and there's always hope. No matter your situation, there is hope for you in achieving that fertility dream. And also it highlights some stories and what to look out for in any situation that you are in on your pathway to achieving your fertility dreams. Thank you very much.
Let's have the appreciation coming. A round of applause. Online applause. Thank you so much, Ma. We've had Mrs. Dayo Yusuf, who has given us a very profound second summary as well. Very comprehensive, I must say, easy to understand. By the way, Mrs. Yusuf is a clinical embryologist with professional experience in assisted reproductive technology. She has a BSc in medical and industrial biochemistry, and she's dedicated to extensive learning, training, and practice of all aspects of assisted reproduction. So there you have it. You have free consultancy here already, but anyone after this will have to be paid for.